profile is not complete until it's 500K.
Oh, so the second half of this question, when is the latest you could ever contribute $500,000?
And Steven speak better, or Fung, you want to take it?
I mean, at some point, you're going to get an RFE. Like, if you file for a partial capital commitment, typically, we're going to have some sort of story, right? It's like the same thing you tell Colin, like, look, I have the money. It's just I can't get all of it right now. My stock options are not fully vested. My house is not sold yet. So maybe go ahead and put down, say, 100, 200, 300. And in future, when I get the rest of it, I will commit the rest of my funds. Typically, what's going to happen is an RFE or NOID will come down the line. At that point, the question will be very simple. Have you invested the remaining amount? At that point, you should have.
So you have however long it takes to get to adjudication. So maybe 2 years and maybe 8 months. It's luck of the draw. Regulations say you don't have to be fully invested until 829, but I've never seen, previously, years ago, you could get I-526 approved on partial, but in the last few years, I haven't seen an I-526 approved unless you've reached the 500,000 fully.
Certainly not in a regional center case, but in direct investment cases, I approve some.
Commitment issue.
What's that? Commitment, yes. That's what I say. It has to be irrevocably committed.
Yeah, irrevocably.
So what I would look for as an adjudicator, I was looking for some sort of a contractual commitment that was ironclad, or a pledging of assets, or an assumption of a duty to pay, or something like that, that made that commitment ironclad.
Right. So from a technical perspective, when you say irrevocably committed, in the real world, international trade, things like that, you'd actually get a letter of credit from a bank. It says that my client has $500,000 in the bank, and I will back him. I will irrevocably provide you this $500,000 letter of credit, and you can pull it at any time. It's a lot of legal documentation. It's a lot of annoyance, and you probably have to be a pretty big investor to get that anyway. It's not realistic for the average retail EB-5 investor, but it could be done to where we'd have an argument for USCIS that theoretically it was irrevocably committed, even though you didn't do it. You could do it for a home where there's some sort of mortgage or something where we could actually foreclose on it. We never, ever want to get in a situation where we'd have to even go into the documents. It's time consuming, expensive for the legal. It doesn't make a lot of sense. So from our perspective, in practice, we need to have the full 500 committed no later than when USCIS has to have it.